Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering and amateur radio in general. Welcome to 2025. This is Tuesdays with DX Engineering. And Happy New Year to one and all. We're really excited today to have on Michael KI8R, one of our technical troubleshooting sales specialists at DX Engineering. Hello, Michael. How are you?
I'm good, Tim. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. I was on 10 meters this morning, and band was wide open to Europe. And how about these sunspots, Michael? What do you think?
Things have been just nuts. I have an app on my phone that alerts me every time something goes boom on the sun, and it was really busy over the weekend.
Well, that is, and going boom on the sun, as W3LPL has taught us, is okay during the high sunspot years. That means that good things are going on. Let's talk about some of the things that you've been working on, some of the videos that you're working on. And if you haven't watched one of Michael's videos, all you have to do is go to YouTube, put in DX Engineering and KI8R, and you're going to get to Michael Murphy's videos. But Michael, tell us what you've been working on.
Well, I think the latest one I did was we did one for the the Chameleon AZ1 and AZ2. That was the latest one that went up. That was there's the two antennas that DX Engineering worked with Chameleon on, and I've gotten to play with them, put them on the air with the QRP radio. They do a great job. Also, I've got another one that's going to launch probably tomorrow for the Chelegance MC599, which is basically a dipole antenna. It also works really well. Had a lot of fun playing with that. We did one recently for a whole bunch of new products that we talked about. So always something new coming to DXE.
So Michael, let's talk about this Chelegance antenna video that you're going to that's going to be put up tomorrow. What bands does it cover? How much power? How hard is it to put up?
Yeah, it's a very simple antenna to put up. It's, again, basically a dipole antenna. It has two collapsible whips, and those whips are marked for each individual band from 6 through 20 meters. And then you can also add 40-meter legs to it as well. But again, really easy to put up. Chelegance also has a 15-foot collapsible tripod that they sell to go with that as well, and that works really well too.
And what kind of money are we talking about here?
I think the antenna is around $250-ish, and then the stand is another $70-ish.
Okay. And of course, Chelegance is a relatively new company, right, Michael?
Yeah, they've been on board with this for a little over a year, I believe.
Okay, and they make a lot of different stuff, but I mean, really high quality stuff, right?
Right. Yeah, and I primarily use the MC750, which is a vertical antenna when I go out and do parks on the air. Again, really love that antenna. It's quick and easy to set up and have it up and be on the air in 5 minutes.
On the air in 5 minutes. That is saying something. I so many people are doing summits on the air, but even more so in the parks on the air, and these quick portable setups. And is Chelegance a place we should be looking for antennas and things for these quick deployment projects?
I believe so. That's what I use, and I spend a lot of time. I have lots of portable antennas, and but this is the one that's become my go-to, just because I don't want to spend 20 minutes throwing a wire in a tree, because I'm no good at throwing a line up in a tree anyway. But it's so much easier, so much quicker, and it's effective and it's repeatable. That's the key. It's repeatable.
Right, and predictable. Michael, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the Chelegance MC750 that goes from 40 meters to 6 meters and 100 watts. It looks like a great antenna.
Yeah, it's easy, like I said, real quick and easy to set up. Comes with the radials. Throw the radials out on the ground. The radials on this antenna are yellow, so they stand out. Throw in the DX Engineering 8X orange coax, and hopefully nobody will trip over your stuff.
Right, right. So, real nice and easy to put together. Do you see the photo there of the base?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and so talk about those radials.
yeah. Again, they're just simple radials with 2 millimeter banana plugs on them. You just plug them in and go, and they're about 11 feet long.
Right, and within 5 minutes you can have this set up and you're on the air.
Yeah, it's like I said, quick and easy.
Wow, that really makes it nice for getting out, parks on the air, or any sort of portable operation. Um, there's lots of adapters here. What are some of the other Chelegance items that you've had experience with?
Well, a little bit with the JPC7, which is similar to the um, MC750, except that it uses a coil at the base that you adjust that coil up and down to tune the antenna for the different bands. But again, pretty quick and easy to use.
Right, and you can see all of the various Chelegance uh, SKUs on our website, Chelegance, Chelegance, and a nice arrangement here, an active receiving loop, and all sorts of things. Speaking of your videos that you've produced,
Mhm.
um, I want to go over here to. Do you see we're on YouTube now?
Not yet.
Okay. Hopefully, you'll see the YouTube link here, and it may be that I've got to stop sharing and then pop that up. But at any rate, when you put in DX Engineering and KI8R, the SWR video that you did about 3 months ago,
Hmm.
Michael,
Yeah.
55,000 views.
Yeah. It's really taken on a life of its own. I'm really amazed at how well that one's done.
Yeah, so there's so many things that you've gotten involved with, but also we see the very eye appealing Arco rotator control
Hmm.
there on your shack desk. How's that working out for you, Michael?
I've had it sitting here for about a year, and it's been solid the whole time. I've never had an issue with it. The beautiful thing about this, and I'm going to call out the manufacturers of radios on this one. This thing will do a firmware update on board. If you plug an Ethernet cable into the back of it, it will do a firmware update on board. And if you don't like the firmware update, you can go back. The other thing is you can also VNC into it with your phone or a laptop or your iPad and operate it remotely. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful piece of gear, and we're really excited having that here at DX Engineering. If you have a question for Michael, now's a good time to put it in the chat room. I do want to recognize the folks that are in the chat room here for our first show in 2025, and it's Jose X-Ray Echo 2 Zulu Zulu. Our friend Brian, Whiskey 7 Juliet Echo Tango. Greetings, fellas. The support from DX Engineering is awesome. And Brian, a pilot based in Mesa, Arizona. Jens says that the MC750 is my favorite Parks on the Air antenna. Our friend from RF Kit, Reinhard, Delta Hotel 3, November Alpha Bravo from Germany. And Jen says that the MC750 is very easy to tune with the laser marking. Germany 6 Juliet Mike X-Ray, Barry from the UK on with us, and Steve Kilo Oscar 4 Alpha Fox Lima on. Dawn Whiskey Juliet 3 United from Philadelphia, and also from Germany. Jens is Delta Lima 1 Whiskey Whiskey, and good to have you on. And Steve, November Alpha 5 Charlie, on with us. Steve, Michael, just recently got, he put together a whole 8-circle array from
Oh,
DX
wow.
Engineering with our new AVA3.
Oh,
And he
wow.
is very impressed with the operation. So um, I want to talk to Steve more about that soon. And from Dayton, Ohio, November 8 India Bravo Whiskey, and also Kilo 3 Kilo Tango Bravo on with us today. Michael, what kinds of things are you working on for videos here coming up in the early part of 2025?
So I've got a list a mile long of things I want to do. The one I'm working on, kind of start in between calls today, has been dealing with power poles, and I think a lot of hams get confused about power poles. One thing that can happen with a power pole connector is if there get a little oxidation on that connector or anything like that, you can have a voltage drop on that, and spray a little deoxit on it, and that'll take care of that problem right away. So, but we're going to touch on that in the next video.
Yeah, the deoxit is really a powerful tool in that, and especially, Michael, where I've had that same concern is on low current circuits.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have a lot of current going on. And the other place that I've had some issues with power poles is in outdoor service.
Yeah.
Where the tin type covering on the power pole leads itself a little bit to maybe some corrosion, and you've got to work those things. Have you found the deoxit is good for that as well?
Yeah, deoxit's good for that, and even just exercising them once in a while, pull them apart, put them back together,
Right.
Can help too. I've installed hundreds of power poles. They're really easy to do if you have the right tools. One thing I learned real quick early on was soldering them is a pain in the butt, and so crimping them just makes it simple.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess there's two schools of thought on that, but it's always nice to there's so, and there are different sizes of power poles too,
Yeah,
depending upon how much current, right?
right. So they have the housings are all the same size, but they're 15, 30, or 45 amp, depending on the pin that you use. So, and I think 30 amps is usually more than sufficient for what most people do.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using these things for, low power application, like a watt meter light bulb or something like that, the 15 amps are perfect for that.
Right, right. And Steve comments that all DXE AVA3 buffer amplifiers couldn't be happier. Thanks, Tim and the gang. Yeah, that the AVA3, and we're getting lots of great reviews about the AVA3. And it is the third generation of our preamps and buffer amplifiers. So doing really, really good with that. Michael, it's great to have you on because you have such a wealth of experience and knowledge. And certainly, as guys have questions, they're able to call into the 800 number and talk to you in person.
Absolutely. And, I'm on the phone all day, pretty much all day, every day. So, so it's a lot of fun. A lot of time, a lot of good conversations with the guys.
Yes. And, helping our customers have more fun with this great hobby is what it's all about. And I mean,
Right.
you do a tremendous job. And I know I really appreciate all the sales staff and technical staff. And of course, how about those guys in the order fulfillment center, Michael, that every night get these packages on the trucks to UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Service and get them out that same night?
Yeah, they really kill it. And it's quite an operation back there.
Yeah, and it's such an honor to work for a company like this. That, I mean, we are trying our best to help everybody just have more fun with this great hobby. Michael, thanks so much for coming on today. Again, look for Michael's videos on the DX Engineering channel on Facebook and YouTube, but just put in DX Engineering KI8R and you'll get right to them. Thanks for coming on today, Michael.
You're welcome. 73, everybody.
Okay. And 73 to all of you that are watching. And we'll see you next time here at DX Engineering. Until then, 73.